Haven't said that I was going to come on, but I normally do on a Monday. But because it's bank holiday, I'm not really going to come on. I might swap it till tomorrow night. I'll just see if anyone pops in, but I shall give it a minute. Because I've not given notification out even though, or a shout out even though people don't get notifications anyway. But I'll just see if anyone pops in. Well, I'm doing my painting that you probably can't see because this camera is not brilliant. No, it's not focusing very well. Painting in a face that you can't even see. But anyway. Hi, Flat Shandy. You can see it, but you can't see it. You can see the shapes, you just can't see what I'm painting on it. Oh, there's 5 people in. So I've just entitled this Multifaceted. We are multifaceted. We have many different sides. I think this is what I'm going to come and talk about tomorrow because I'm going to swap my day over because it's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK anyway. And what I'd probably, to get it right, not do today, I wouldn't be doing today, I'll do tomorrow. But I just wanted to say I'll be on tomorrow instead. So I'm just going to do a little 5-minute chat now. But yeah, multifaceted. I think there's a lot of people out there, especially in the spiritual realms of all light, think that you should only be one way. Yeah, you might get notifications, but not a lot of people do. That's, what tell me, but we know YouTuber playing the games. And think that you have to be one way. If you're classed as a spiritual person, you can't get triggered, you can't get angry, you can't show the other sides of yourself. I show a lot of sides of myself, even on YouTube, and I used to think, when you're reflecting on stuff, that it's a bad thing and, you should be more like this or more like that. But we are multifaceted and we need the different faces sometimes to get things done. All those things have to show sometimes for different sort of occasions or reasons. I'm going to try and explain this more tomorrow. But I was just listening to something while I'm painting because I like listen to YouTube like a podcast or if I don't really need to look at the people talking, I'm just listening. And it was somebody who I shout out a lot, and I'll tell you tomorrow. And I thought, yeah, just the way she says it. I love how she says it. She's a little warrior anyway. But it is that thing of, yeah, we're multifaceted. Hi, Maggie. Notifications work in USA. Crazy weather. Crazy weather, crazy. Other than that, all good, boy. People are waking up. I've just got a lovely message off a friend that I haven't seen for a few years. They've just told me they want to get more into spirituality, get more into creativity. They want to come and see me to do that. And they also are looking at Q. And I was like, wow. It's a woman as well. I was like, yes, divine feminines rising. And this is another thing as well. Hi, Dave. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about multifaceted, like I said, because in the spiritual community or light worker community, whatever people want to name or label things, is they sort of see you to have to be one way, and if you're not one way, all for the light, or how something's being, when you're sort of trying to bring truth on certain subjects or certain ways, because you might not do it in a certain way, or a little cuss word might come out, they think you're not all for that. And I've always said it's your true intentions that are the most biggest. If you can't tell what someone's true intentions are under all their faceted faces, because it's a bit bullcrappy if you're going to say you're not multifaceted, because you are. Like I said, many sides. That's what multifaceted means, many sides. And we do have many sides. When we have to be strong, it'll come out, and it may come out in different ways than others. When you feel threatened about something might come out in a certain way. You're more in nicey mode when you're a bit calmer and things are going, flowing. But sometimes when they're not flowing and they're going against the tide, sometimes it doesn't always come out like that. But that doesn't mean you're still not that love and light sort of person. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if anyone saw the pictures on a community page this weekend, but I was camping sort of thing with friends and that, and I was just watching a river where we were, and I was watching it, and I just wrote down, a river flows, um, and sometimes it comes across obstacles. It goes against, yeah, I'm not talking about that at the minute, Dave. Um, a river flows and it can come up against obstacles and it can crash up against rocks and boulders and it can come up against rapids and waterfalls and all sorts of different things on its way home back to the sea, back to the whole, the sea. And but it still flows. But it'll come across things sometimes, but it still flows and it eventually goes back to the hole to recycle and cycle back round again. But it doesn't mean just because sometimes something comes out or a different face comes out sometimes, that's not you all the time, but we are multifaceted. And I don't even know if that's came out right, but I'm going to sort of explain what I've just been watching tomorrow and how people have to get over the fact that, I don't even know how to explain this properly, that even people you're with sometimes when you first get with someone, it's like, blah, 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 and then they'll see another side to you, but that side doesn't always come out, but it comes out when it's needed. But like I said, I've just been watching something and I thought, yeah, that'll be a good thing to talk about because it's what I've thought myself, and it's about releasing that side. The divine feminine's not just all nicey, nicey, sweet and sweetie. There's a warrior type. There is the masculine warrior type within a woman, and there is sensitive lovingness in a guy, and that's a feminine in a guy energy and a masculine in the woman. That doesn't mean, oh, I've got a bit of a fighting warrior type man, therefore, I've got to go and have a sex change. Which is what they push out there. They twist everything. It's just those energies within us. We all have it. Yeah, I'm not talking about that at the minute. I know Dave's putting that up in. You've not triggered me, Dave. It's just not what I'm talking about. I'm not triggered. It's just not what I'm talking about. I tell people all the time, we're watching the show, we know what's going on out there, we know it's all going to be shown, as I keep saying, things will be shown to the people. I've not been focusing on that this weekend. I've been focusing on being out in nature, having fun, and that's just rolling out, people are waking up, people are seeing, so that's all brilliant, but I'm not going looking at that. I've just been concentrating on other things. So, which is all good. Like I said, it's all coming out. You're watching a movie. Don't forget, it's the greatest show on earth. Get your popcorn in and all that. So that's brilliant. It's just not what I'm talking about at the minute. I'm talking about multifaceted faces. So, and it's more on a woman's side as well. Of course, the game's already won. Yeah, it's already won. We know it's already won. It's just being shown to the, the normal people that's what's going on. So they can wake up. It's just a journey for them to wake up. I'm not talking, I'm going in a minute. It's just that I would normally be on tonight, but I'm going to be on tomorrow because it's Bank Holiday Monday. So I thought I'm painting. But because I was just watching something I'm going to share tomorrow, I'll shout it out tomorrow. It was just about more about also women showing the warrior self. And men have a problem with that sometimes, they do, and it was quite goodly explained on this channel I was watching, that fighter mode within a woman, because sometimes people think women have to be all sweet and this and that, and we are, but sometimes we do have a warrior type within us, and you call that light warrior, whatever, but we do have that light warrior fight mode, sort of. I don't mean fight mode, let's get violent, I just mean truth hurts sometimes. Sometimes we might cuss and things like that. It might not be seen very pretty sometimes, but that's just what happens sometimes when something's being delivered, because the times that we're in at the minute are very, even though we're saying we've won, they are very, still things needed to be done. And it's just a very frustrating time that we're in. Seeing a princess warrior. Yeah, what I mean? She was a princess warrior, but she was a bloody warrior at the end of the day, wasn't she? Yes, Chris. Hi, Danny. Hi, everybody in chat. But that's what I mean. In these times, though, I was watching something fun. Someone's putting in chat, we're going to World War III. It's like, wake up. We're already in World War III. We've been in World War III for quite a long time. It's a silent war. Some people are not awake to that yet. Waiting for the full-on wake-up of mothers and women who will fight the hardest for the children. Yeah, and they are, and you see what's happening in Germany. Millions were there in Germany again. They're everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Many YouTubers are multifaceted and putting on a front. Us girls have to stand up for ourselves. I am in the warrior mode. Had the pee taken out of me. Dawn, you will have the pee taken out of you. If you're a woman and you stand up, hi, good servant, like a warrior, you will get. I've been ridiculed on here. I get trolls, and I had trolls a few years ago. I don't care though, because I know what's going on. And they've already suppressed the divine feminine for a very, very long time. It's the feminine that they took out of stuff. Ooh, if women were running the world, I tell you, you know. But yes, you will. But a lot of women are standing up now because of what's going on, especially with the children. A lot of women will wake up to that fact anyway. That's not saying men are not doing it; they are. But there's a lot of women rising, and men need to take that on as well. That it's a good thing. Yeah, exactly, Dawn. So there's a lot of women waking up to that. And some men don't like that. There's men out there that don't like women being a bit authoritative now, and hi Peter, and shouting out the truths, because there's a thing where men don't like not to know what's going on, but that's everybody anyway. I don't know everything, but I know we're in a spiritual war. I know the stuff going on that people just don't want to believe, and I know the stuff going on that people just want to bury their heads because it doesn't fit with the narrative. It doesn't. It's not nice, but the thing is, truth is truth. I've said this before, but yeah, what I will be talking about tomorrow is probably that feminine divine rising, but it is the multifacetedness, faceted. I can't even say it. Faces of us all, and that especially in the spiritual community that I'm been talking about lately. If people thinking you have to be nicest princess type 24/7 a day, that doesn't happen when there's real shit going on in the world. That we actually are going to talk out and go, of course we all love and light, and we are all going that way, and we are going to that consciousness, but it's very frustrating at the minute. And it's like I said before, I've said things, I get triggered. I say things, I do reflect on stuff, but at the end of the day, I know what my true intentions are. And I like to think that most of you that normally watch me know what my true intentions are, because nothing's ever changed since day one that I got on YouTube. No matter what I was talking about, I was always talking about positivity, but with positivity does come the truth of seeing the dark, and I will keep shouting that out. And everyone's got shadow in them, so we're multifaceted. We get angry. No one can say they never get angry. I say this all the time jokingly. No one can say, oh, you act like you're some Buddha sat on a Mount Peru in a loincloth singing Kumbaya every day. No, you don't. There's people who've done that. There's people who are doing that. But there's warriors that get pushed forward. There's like different ripples of people. But more people today are turning into warriors because they're doing the homework, they're doing the research, they're standing up. People go, no, they're not. Yes, they are. Millions in Germany shouting out about what's going on. Everywhere. London, massive protest in London. This isn't just London and Germany. This is all over the world, because it's making the country stand up, just like Donald Trump says, America first. It means America first in the whole world, but it's for every country to stand up for their country and shout out what's going on. They're all going down to 10 Downing Street. They're all doing this with the evil that's been going on. Yes, be wary of seeing you women with time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hell have, I cannot say, have no fury like a woman scorned. Well, a woman just mad about what's been going on, especially with the children. No. I mean, there's a lot of people that will take the mick, and all that. It's just because they don't understand. So when people don't understand or they're in fear, they'll scream out at people and they'll take the mick and they'll do this, that, and the other, because they're just not awake. And like I said, they don't want to look at it. But the thing is, like I keep saying, it's their choice not to look. But soon, there's 17 and 7 in 17 and 7. Soon, they're not going to be able to see the truth, even the people in the deep sleep, because it is coming out. It is happening. People say there's nothing happening. No, the whole world's kicking off in every country, but there's nothing happening. Right, okay. Come November, do you know what I mean? It is happening. The Great Awakening is happening. And they're not going to have any choice not to look at it, because the whole world's going to be watching. It's like the biggest thing to happen in our history anyway, in the time we've been alive. The biggest thing that's ever happened. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm waffling on about now, but I am going to come on tomorrow instead of tonight. Like I said, it's Bank Holiday Monday. I'm trying to finish this. You can't see it because this camera is very fuzzy, but It's another for any newbies. I'll show you the other one, but the other one, I'm going to try and frame it before I sell it. But I do a lot of, I guess it's what it is really. I call them divine feminine rising because they're always women that I draw these sort of like pictures for anyone who's not seen my paintings. So this is going to be a large one of a sort of one like that, but you can't really see it because it's not really showing up at the minute. So nothing against independent women. I think it's good with self-confidence, just takes care of my own feelings so I don't get hurt myself and others. Yeah, it's not even like, it's just women taking a rise, do you know, with men, but taking a rise of, when we say women have been suppressed, I'm not really talking about the whole, thanks Dave, I'm not really talking about the whole like, oh, women, equality for women and, you know, like all that stuff with the false thing of feminazis, I call them, you know, and all that, women want to work, women are like, not that sort of thing, just how we've been suppressed in, like, if you look into spirituality, how the divine have been taken out of a lot of things because the divine's like the nurturing side of things and stuff like that. And it has been a very man-made world. That's not slagging men off before anyone comes in going, oh, we love men. People say, you know, that saying of you can't live without them, you can't live, you know, that's on both sides. We work together best when we're working together and we realise that we are all multifaceted. We have different sides and we show our different sides sometimes. That doesn't mean we can't get along. If you talk through things and you explain things, you start to understand each other. It's because a lot of people are so caught up in entertainment and stuff like that, and they're not really talking, you know, if it's in a partnership anyway, talking properly and understanding each other. It'd be a boring world if we were all the same. You know, we just have to realise that about ourselves. Like I used to think, oh my God, I'm a bit like this sometimes and a bit like that, but I thought, but that is just me. If people don't realise the true intentions of you within yourself, what you normally do pump out, you know, to, you know, friends and family around you, then they're not seeing the real you. You know, everyone has that bit of a trigger in them, so it's not a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? But people are told it's a bad thing. Yeah, Dave, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a few paintings done. It's just that they do take me a bit of time, and then I've got to get something to make that into a border. Not made of money, you know, so I just have to, you know, get a few bits up. But my paintings do take a bit of time, just like this one will. And then, yeah, I will put them out. But that's the sort of an age I've always been in with these paintings. So I guess that's what I'll be painting. So, yeah, I'm waffling on a bit now because I'm tired. But like I said, yeah, so I'll be coming on tomorrow to re-talk about this, as in, you know, yeah, we need less women like Cardi B being the face of feminism and more women who don't try to normalise being degraded. Yeah, well, that's one thing I could chuck in the chat. Ether Ego, that's exactly what I mean. All these women at the minute, especially Cardi B. I know some of these people are blackmailed, they get paid for what they do, or, you know, they don't, they're part of it or they're not part of it or whatever, they're going along with it or whatever. I'm not getting into that. Most people, a lot of us know about that. But all these women, the reason why they walk around with hardly anything on, and that's not, to me, that isn't a woman being empowered. It's because they're trying to sexualize women, and then it sexualizes the children because these celebrities, some of them, not all of them, they're not all bad, will dress the kids up like the parents and think it's all cute and they've hardly got any clothes on. And it's not. It's to sexualise children because a lot of these people in them higher places, as we all know, are into paedophilia, and that's what it's all about, normalising it to the world so everyone thinks it's normal when it's what. So women like that, whether she's been under MK Ultra, whatever people want to go on about, fair enough, whatever. But the reason why they put these women out wearing next to nothing on stages and this, that is that. And it's not empowering no women, it's degrading women. Women look more sexy when they've actually got clothes on, and that's a fact. A woman who can walk around with confidence with, I don't mean covered up to the nines, but not the way they go out. And then you get all the teenagers following them, wearing next to nothing, and someone will say, "Oh, that's because no, it's not. It's not all this." What do they say? Women being proud of the bodies. It's a totally different thing. They make that out as if it's a trend. It's not. It's to get women flashing the bodies because then it seems to be normal. And stuff like that. So no, they're not true role models at all. They just look like, hang on, what? Yeah. sorry to say, they just look like streetwalkers, basically. But that's what they want. They want to normalise it. So no, women like that, and I've seen their recent things on stage lately and what they're pushing and this, that, and the other. So, nah, yeah, yeah, but it's creating nasty. I think women look more beautiful in dresses, even long ones. That's not being, that's just like it's a confidence thing. A lot of women today try to dress that way that they would to make it out if it's a confidence thing. Like I'm confident to wear this no matter what size they are. It's not. You don't need to be showing everything to you know, come across as, I don't know, attractive or whatever it is. But yeah, maybe that's what I'll add on to the chat tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I quite like the hippy dippy look. I do like that look. Floaty dresses and stuff like that. And I want to get more dresses because I think it's quite feminine, but that doesn't mean you're not feminine if you don't wear a dress. I'm just saying why all that's pushed with the celebrities showing absolutely everything is because, like I said, it's a thing to push sexuality, sexualizing, degrading, and getting that into the children as well. That's why you'll see a lot of teenagers today following people like the Kardashians or yeah, Cardi B and all that. And I just think it looks trashy. I really do think it looks trashy. You'll probably get some young ones who go, "Oh, that's because you're older." No, you'll realise as you get older. you know, it's a funny old world, but that is what's going on. So I think women need to power themselves up because that's a false agenda as well of all these women going, empower yourself. Let's show ourselves on Instagram wearing hardly anything because it's so empowering and I feel good about myself. It's like, no, they're wanting you to post pictures like that. They use Instagram, or they were using Instagram, Facebook, and all the platforms as a catalogue, especially with kids. So when you're putting your kids up there in next to nothing, going, look at my child looking like Cardi B with little, doing all the twerking business, getting your kids to do it. Yeah, they use it as a catalogue. They use it to look at children. If people think that's a bit out of whack, then you haven't done your research. But they communicate all over them places doing that. And you wonder why millions of kids go missing around the world all the time? Well, you're putting your pictures out there and it has locations on it. So you've got to be careful. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's because a lot of women follow women, and because celebritism has got bigger and bigger. Throughout the years. Back in the day, they did wear nice clothes and things that weren't. I'm not saying be an angel. I'm just saying, that is how it is today. So you get women getting all these okay crappy magazines. This that I hate them. I used to get them years ago, and they just follow what's in fashion. Fashion's put out by the elites, by the way. So yeah, you know. I've always said if someone invented a pair of shoes with dog poo on them, like joke dog poo, people will go out and buy them because it's fashion. So, I don't know. That's just sort of how I feel about things anyway. Yeah, it's sad. I think it will change. Yeah, it will change to a new song. Rap. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't listen to her stuff. I've sort of seen them going on about it's number one on the charts right now. They call themselves whores. That's what I mean. They're calling themselves whores because they think it's funny, and then young men, young boys start calling women whores, and then women are dressing like that, and then they're calling themselves whores. So yeah, let's go around and call yourself whores. I mean, what a brilliant thing. I'll go and look at her video. I might do a chat on it, but this is what I'm saying. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But people are seeing. Yeah, I think there is, Dave. I think there is. Well, I think it was a picture of my tattoo on my back, actually, but uh, uh, yeah, I think it is. But not like theirs though. Not like theirs. Yeah, I used to take selfies and stuff. I just mean like everyone takes a selfie face. I put some up the other day, but I mean a few years back because that's what everyone does, doesn't it? And then you're like, what are you doing all this for? And it's like because everyone else is doing that. That's like the sheep mentality thing, isn't it? But I don't just mean taking selfies. You know, you take selfies now and again, but people who just constantly take, I know people who take selfies, and that's the whole Instagram page. Or the whole Facebook is just the face after the face after the face after the selfie 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 after the selfie. There's nothing else on there. It's like, what? Is that all you do? Hi, Sky. I many times, like in the 80s, with jeans a little boring, my mum thinks I need to wear clothes with a little more. Hi, Jess. Is it Jessie? Hi, Jessie. Yeah, so I'm going on a bit too long now. Like I said, it wasn't really on tonight. I'm going to come on tomorrow and sort of re-go over this and try and put it in a better way. But yeah, it's a funny old world. But yeah, that's what I mean. You get in. I mean, who puts these people at number one? They probably do. Who wants a song like that degrading women and women calling themselves whores? I mean, that's what the crazy world's been into. But that's only showing you what they are putting out. Like I said, everything that's coming out now is showing the world what is actually going on. Um, like I said, we don't need all that crap in the world. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, I'll be on tomorrow and I'll be doing this chat on multifaceted. And don't be like, mad sometimes of how you come across sometimes with certain things because we are multifaceted. It's like multidimensional. We're multifaceted. So we're going to have these things where someone will see a little bit of a different side to you. But that's our fault in a way. If sometimes we have to put our best face forward and we think that we have to show sometimes when you're dating at first and you're like, oh, I really like this person, or even when you're younger, you always put your best face forward, you always put your best self on, and then sometimes, you'll slip now and again if you have a bit of an argument, but that's natural, but we're sort of made out to think that's not natural, and you should be in like that all the time. But as long as when you're saying something or you're reflecting, it's not, you might have not meant it in a certain way, it's just that, like I said, things trigger you sometimes, and that's just how it goes. But people do get really on themselves about that sometimes. It's like, oh my God, I've got to keep this thing up. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Show your faceted self. So, hi, where we go one week, all Bazza. Oi, oi. So it's probably not made any sense with what I've just said because I'm half asleep. But yeah, I hope you all have a nice day, evening, or whatever, wherever you are. The world is waking up. It's great. Hi, Deanie. So glad I caught you. Have you? Yeah, like I said, Germany, loads in Germany, loads in UK. Hi, Tapper. Oh yeah, Tapper's put in a PayPal if you want to make a coffee donation. Thank you, Tapper. But I just thought I'd show my face and say hiya, and that'll be on tomorrow because it's bank holiday today, so I'm chilling out. Yeah, and I'll come with a bit more in depth on this tomorrow. Something else I want to bring up tomorrow as well about Dianetics because I've seen a lot of people screaming about that. I don't actually think it is what people think. But yeah, so I'm going to go back to my painting. I'm going to go back to my painting and go and get some of that done a little bit. I've still got me where we go 1 week of wall painting to do. Yeah, that's going to take me time. I just keep looking at it thinking, yes, well. Hi, D'Angelo. So I'm going back in the room to paint. Actually, I haven't had my tea. I might go and get a brew. But yes, I will be putting some paintings up when I've done them all. Like Dave said, get a collection going. I'm getting a collection going. There'll be new jewellery coming soon. I've just got my design head on. But yeah, so we shall see. So yeah, no, Dave. But like I said, you can't see this one because you can't see the face on it yet. This camera's really rubbish. So, like I said, I've got someone coming around wanting to talk about Q and getting creative and getting back into spirituality because that is where we're going. And it doesn't just mean because you're doing it one way, someone has to do it that way. We just talk about our experiences and what we experience. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow, probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evening. Kids are going back to school this week, so we'll see how that goes with all that. So we'll find out. But yes, I was chilling out in nature this weekend and loved every minute of it. It was brilliant. Near the water, near the trees. It was great. So I will see you very soon. Where we go, one week, go all. Bye.